Welcome to a new episode of Football News. Today, we'll discuss the hottest topics. Manchester United is preparing its first transfers under Amorim. A surprising new transfer for Liverpool. Uzbek defender Khusanov has become a priority transfer for Manchester City. Cristiano Ronaldo is returning to Sporting, and Messi embarrassed Biden. We are talking about this and much more today. This is a hot selection of the most interesting football news. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and like this video to get more news about our favorite game. Your support is very important to us. Let's get started. Cristiano Ronaldo has yet to decide on his future, but he is considering several options. According to Team Talk, the Portuguese star is dissatisfied with Al Nassr's squad level and believes the club will struggle to compete for trophies, including the AFC Champions League. Ronaldo currently has three possible paths: staying in Saudi Arabia on the condition of significant team reinforcements, returning to his home league in Portugal, or retiring. However, retirement seems likely only if Al Nassr wins the AFC Champions League. A return to Portugal appears to be the most intriguing scenario. Speaking of his home club, Sporting, where his football journey began, it seems like a logical choice, especially if the team qualifies for the Champions League. This now looks quite likely, as the team is leading the Portuguese league. For Ronaldo, this step could provide an opportunity to experience the magic of Europe's premier competition once again, an emotion no Saudi club can offer. Cristiano could even return to Sporting on symbolic financial terms, as money is no longer his priority. Such a transfer would bring massive attention to the club, attract new sponsorship deals, and give Sporting time to find a replacement in case Victor Gyökeres, who seems poised to leave, departs. It's reasonable to assume that Champions League participation will be the decisive factor for Ronaldo. Sporting may not be a team capable of securing major titles, but the chance to return to Europe, play in prestigious matches under the Champions League anthem, and relive the atmosphere of the old continent could outweigh everything else. Ronaldo already has plenty of money, but he may be craving new emotions. If Ronaldo stays in Saudi Arabia, it will likely be a continuation of a stable story where little changes in his life except for an even bigger bank balance. In any case, we'll be following his decision closely and hoping he chooses a path that brings him back to Europe. After all, seeing Cristiano in big football on familiar stages is far more exciting than in distant corners of the world. Lionel Messi faced widespread criticism on social media after failing to attend the Medal of Freedom ceremony organized by U.S. President Joe Biden. However, according to Marca, the Argentine had informed the organizers of his absence in advance. A few days ago, Messi sent a letter explaining that he would not be able to attend the ceremony, but expressed deep gratitude for such a prestigious honor. In the letter, Leo stated, "It is a tremendous honor for me to receive this award. I am deeply grateful for such recognition. Unfortunately, prior commitments will prevent me from being at the White House on January 4th. However, I sincerely value this gesture and will gladly accept the medal when I return to the United States." This raises the question: what circumstances were more important than attending such a significant event? Currently, Inter Miami players are on vacation, and all the players, including Messi, are using this time to rest and prepare for the upcoming season. Whatever the reason for his absence, Messi clearly does not intend to undervalue this honor. He is simply taking the opportunity to recharge for future challenges. Alejandro Gargano was recently considered one of Manchester United's brightest prospects. His talent is undeniably impressive. Even Cristiano Ronaldo praised the Argentine winger's abilities. However, despite his evident potential, Gargano risks failing to fulfill it entirely, as has already happened with Marcus Rashford or Paul Pogba. Garnacho's main issue is inconsistency, and as the club believes, a lack of seriousness in his approach. On the pitch, Garnacho can deliver moments of brilliance, but at times, he simply disappears. Under Erik ten Hag, he has made noticeable progress, but it hasn't been enough to secure a permanent spot in the starting lineup. Manchester United's management seems ready to consider selling the Argentine, believing his transfer could generate even more profit than Rashford's departure. The situation escalated further after an incident with Ruben Amorim. During a match against Victoria Plzen, Garnacho allegedly turned away from the coach while he was giving instructions on the sidelines. This was perceived as a sign of disrespect, and the player was punished by being excluded from the squad for the Manchester City match. However, Garnacho insisted it was a misunderstanding. Amorim accepted the apology, and the winger returned to the field in the match against Liverpool, where he delivered an impressive assist. Now, Alejandro needs to prove his worth, not with words, but with actions. If he fails to stabilize his performance and earn the coach's trust, the club might put him on the transfer market to boost their budget. For Garnacho, this is a defining moment. He must either become an integral part of Manchester United's future or seek a new challenge elsewhere. Manchester United is actively looking for options to strengthen their attacking line. According to TalkSport, Ruben Amorim insists on signing a new striker during this winter transfer window. In his opinion, the team cannot stabilize its performance without a quality forward. Of course, the draw against Liverpool at Anfield is encouraging, but it cannot be called a way out of the crisis. If signing Victor Gyökeres proves impossible, United is ready to shift its focus to Victor Osimhen. The striker is currently on loan at Galatasaray, but the Red Devils are not deterred by this. They are prepared to do everything possible to terminate his loan agreement early, compensate Napoli for the transfer fee, and bring the player to Old Trafford. According to Transfermarkt, Osimhen's market value is approximately $75 million. Considering that his return to Napoli is off the table, selling the forward is a necessary move for the Italian club. United could propose an advantageous swap deal, such as including Xerxes with additional payment. This approach might appeal to Napoli's management if the financial terms satisfy Aurelio De Laurentiis. For Manchester, Osimhen seems like one of the most realistic options on the winter market. Despite his loan in Turkey, the transfer is entirely feasible. Finding another quality forward right now will be challenging, and Osimhen, given his current situation, might even come at a lower cost. Of course, Galatasaray may not like this scenario, but his loan is temporary, and it's unlikely the Turkish club can block the deal. Given Manchester's struggles in attack and the urgency to act quickly, Victor Osimhen is a move worth considering. Let's see how this transfer race unfolds. For now, let's move on to the next news. Liverpool is also actively exploring options to strengthen their attack. According to El Nacional, Arne Slot has shown interest in Rodrygo from Real Madrid. The Brazilian is seen as an ideal replacement for Mohamed Salah, whose future at the club remains uncertain. Even if the Egyptian stays and extends his contract, Liverpool still needs a strong backup or alternative for that position. Rodrygo's versatility allows him to fit into almost any team system, and Slot, known for his ability to develop players, could likely unlock new qualities in him. It's worth noting that Rodrygo could indeed become an important element for Liverpool. Interestingly, it seems Real Madrid might not hold on to him at all costs. If a suitable offer arrives, Florentino Perez might agree to part ways with the player. Currently, Transfermarkt values Rodrygo at $100 million, although his value was recently $110 million. Additionally, following Kylian Mbappe's move to Madrid, Real might be inclined to sell some players to balance their expenses. According to reports, Rodrygo could potentially become one of the sacrifices in this transfer reshuffle. Interestingly, Rodrygo previously made an unexpected statement, calling Manchester City the best team in the world, which sparked significant speculation. Although he later apologized and tried to explain his words, the statement sounded like a hint of a possible desire to switch clubs. However, Liverpool is no less ambitious an option than Manchester City. Given the club's plans and the opportunities that could open up for Rodrygo, this might be the perfect move for the Brazilian. We can only watch as events unfold and wait to see if Liverpool can convince both Real Madrid and the player himself. Barcelona could be on the verge of significant changes. In addition to the potential departures of Dani Olmo and Pavlo Victor, the club is facing possible changes in leadership. Fans, frustrated with the situation regarding player registration, have begun openly criticizing Joan Laporta, labeling him a weak manager. When Laporta returned as president, he promised to resolve the club's financial issues, including reducing the wage bill and addressing debts. However, the results tell a different story. During his tenure, salary expenses have decreased by only $100 million, which seems like a drop in the ocean for Barcelona. And what about his promise to bring Lionel Messi back? Laporta assured everyone that he would do everything possible to see the club legend play at Camp Nou again. but it never happened. The reason lies in unfulfilled financial obligations and La Liga's strict regulations. Adding to this is the unfinished Camp Nou reconstruction, which was supposed to coincide with the club's 125th anniversary, making it clear that promises remain just words. All these failures have become the last straw for fans and the opposition. Talks of a vote of no confidence in the president have emerged. Previously, this was discussed by just one group, but now there are 10, all unanimously demanding Laporta's resignation. Their grievances include financial losses during the 2023-24 season, issues with technical sponsors, and the inability to register new players. The opposition accuses Laporta of keeping the club on the edge and emphasizes that Barcelona's reputation is suffering significantly. If the president does not step down voluntarily, he may face an official vote of no confidence. Barcelona has had poor luck with leadership in recent years. One former president was jailed, another destabilized the club's finances, and Laporta seems to have tarnished the club's image. Despite this, the Blaugrana continue to compete for Europe's top trophies, but the question is how long they can stay afloat. Manchester City appears to have delayed refreshing their squad and is now forced to urgently address the situation. Kyle Walker could be one of the first players to leave. According to journalist Martin Blackburn, clubs from Saudi Arabia, Al Ahly, Al Nassr, and Al Ittihad have already expressed interest in the player. Walker, despite the rumors, would prefer to stay with the team until the end of the season to avoid leaving them in a difficult moment. However, the likelihood of his departure in the summer seems high if a suitable offer arrives. To replace Walker, the citizens are considering Abdulkadir Khusanov, a young defender from Lens. According to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester City representatives have already made contact with both the club and the player's agent. A recent meeting took place involving the player's father, his agent, and Jorge Mendes, who will likely act as a mediator in the negotiations. Khusanov's story is impressive. Just a year ago, he transferred to Lens from the Belarusian club Energetic BGU for a symbolic $100,000. Now, his transfer value has significantly increased, and the deal could reach 7 figures. However, Manchester City is not the only club interested in Khusanov's talent. According to journalist Santi Auna, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Napoli, Juventus, Bayer Leverkusen, and Newcastle United are also monitoring the player. This wide range of options presents Khusanov with numerous opportunities, but also a tough decision: choosing a team where he can develop and gain regular playing time. While City is an attractive option, the intense competition could limit Khusanov's chances to showcase his talent. For a 22-year-old player just beginning his journey in top-tier football, a move to Borussia Dortmund might be a more logical choice. The German club is renowned for its work with young players, and less rigid competition could allow him to secure a starting role. Additionally, the potential departure of Nico Schlotterbeck could create further opportunities for Khusanov. Nevertheless, the decision lies with Abdulkadir himself. If he chooses to move to Manchester City, he will need to be prepared for fierce competition and possibly a limited role within the team. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. And be sure to watch our previous video. It just appeared before your eyes right now. See you. Good luck to everyone. Goodbye.